Whenever your child reads something, do they read what the words actually say, or do they read what they want the words to say? In fact, when we read something, do we read what the words actually say or what we want them to say? In a comprehension workbook that I wrote that's also available in the Target Practice shop, I took a passage from the book Black Beauty. And in the 4 or 5 paragraphs that I took, it doesn't say explicitly that the character telling the story is a horse, but there's more than enough information in those paragraphs for the kids to work it out by themselves. However, more than 95% of the kids who look at that passage don't realise it's a horse telling the story. And why is that? It's because they don't expect it to be a horse. When they read something, they expect it to be a human telling the story. And that's just like we expect these words at the top to say, read all of the words carefully. After all, I'm talking about reading skills. But if we look carefully, it doesn't say read all of the words carefully. It says read all of the words carefully. The word the appears twice. Also, we might expect this bottom sentence here to be a question, but it's not. It finishes with a full stop. It is not a riddle. It is a statement. What has 4 letters? W-H-A-T. It does have 4 letters. Sometimes has 9 letters, but never has 5 letters. So if you didn't notice that it says read all of the words carefully, and if you didn't notice that this was a fact rather than a question, then go easy on your child whenever they presume something and get it wrong. So is there a quick tip or trick for success in comprehensions for your child? No. Ideally, a time machine, go back a few years and think of a better way to bribe your child to read. But no, there's no quick tip for it. The only advice that I can give if you're approaching exams or tests that have comprehensions in them is that if you're giving them a little bit of extra comprehension practice, don't put time limits on it. Let them take as long as they need to read through a passage carefully. That will allow your child a bit more time to develop an understanding for what an author is saying, not what they want the author to say. In the Target Practice shop, you can also find my Comprehension 2020 workbook.